Rebellious, gravelly voiced meatheads with no necks and giant machine guns, check. Good-looking female officers in tight skirts kept out of reach in helicopters, also check. A ridiculous science fiction plot about hordes of enemies coming up from beneath the ground to destroy humanity, check, check, and check. It must be Gears of War.
Phoenix, I'm not doing this for you.
We'll move beyond the high-concept discussion about how we as a people celebrate our wars with giant savings on linens and SUVs and onto the low-concept yet high-action gameplay of Gears of War, the shooter exclusively on the Xbox 360 released in 2006. Their character name is Marcus Phoenix with Delta Squad, slaughtering hordes of monsters coming up from beneath the surface to wipe out humanity on a fictional planet in a fictional time. Mr. Phoenix sounds exactly like Duke Nukem, who sounds exactly like Clint Eastwood. I've probably been asked to review Gears of War and Grid on the 360 more than any other games, and you're in luck because I'm doing both of them back to back.
Scratch one grub.
And I must be one of the last people on Earth to play Gears of War, and my initial impression of the game was that these guys need to lay off the steroids, but how can any game be bad when they put a chainsaw on the front of an assault rifle? You know what this game reminds me of? I think this is the Xbox 360 version of Resistance: Fall of Man, and that game is exclusive on the PlayStation 3. They both center around masculine lead figures slaughtering hordes of enemies in a desaturated, crumbling environment in some fictional ambiguous time in the future and or past.
Private Augustus Cole, Alpha Squad, sir.
This one has more of that third-person style, although as far as I'm concerned it still plays like a first-person shooter, and the action and the gameplay in Gears of War is terrific. I think what we need to do here is have a man-off between Nathan Hale from Resistance: Fall of Man and Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War, who is more manly. And He-Man. Like, I think all of these characters look like He-Man action figures. Where's Skeletor, Battlecat, Tila, and most importantly, Orko, so you could use that chainsaw on him? And as I record this in 2009, some of the visuals and details in the game seem a bit dated by now. But on the other hand, this game can be had for a very affordable price. It's one of the greatest hits now. And if you like action-packed science fiction shooters, you certainly owe it to yourself to give Gears of War a play. I played this game first with a friend of mine in co-op who informed me that I had to play this different than I play Resistance. I didn't believe him at first until I started getting slaughtered because I wasn't taking cover behind anything. Gameplay in Gears of War is definitely different than Halo 3 or Resistance, and some of the other awesome shooters out there like BioShock and Dead Space. One of the major differences is when you hit the A button, Marcus can go for a diving roll, which he seems to do frequently and with great ease, or he can duck for cover behind something and then pop out and shoot or get behind a wall or a tree, burned out car. Conveniently, there's always jersey barriers or rock formations or something to hide behind. took me a little while to get used to it because occasionally I'd hit the A button and he would get behind something when I didn't intend him to do that. I found moving around to be a bit sluggish at first until I got used to the gameplay. He doesn't jump. And it's those subtle differences that set Gears of War apart. It's a slightly different style of game, and a good one.
It's locked. Just get Jack to open it.
Won't work.
See you back here in part 2.